Hey folks, welcome to the Kubernetes SIG Docs meeting. Today is September 30th, 2025. A few boilerplate items before we start. This meeting abides by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which boils down to be kind to each other. This meeting is also being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube as well. So please, if you don't want to share your video, please turn it off. And my name is Ray Lahan. I'm one of the co-chairs, along with Natalie and Divya. Some of our tech leads. I think all of our tech leads are actually could not make it today. Kat Cosgrove, Xander Gravinsky, and Chiming Tang. And those are your SIGDocs co-chairs and tech leads. A few boilerplate items before we start. If you are new to this meeting, or if it's been a while since you've joined, feel free to come off mute and introduce yourself.
Maybe I can introduce myself.
Hi, Orlin.
Hi, my name is Orlin. I'm part of the SUSE technical advocacy team, also CNCF ambassador, and I was part of the release 130 as a shadow of release notes, and now I'm shadow in docs. So yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Welcome, Orlin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can introduce myself. Joining after some time. I'm Anshuman Tripathi. I am contributing towards SIG release for 135 this time as a doc shadow.
Yes, Achimand also contributed to SIG security docs as well, I believe.
Yes.
Achimand?
Hey, I can go ahead next. So my name is Urvashi and I'm here as doc lead. I have also contributed SIG docs last release 1.33 and 1.34. Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right, so I know there's some onboarding going on with the release team, so we'll be getting some new community members in this week and next coming weeks as well. If there's anyone else that would like to introduce themselves, please feel free to do so.
Sure. Hey everyone, my name is Saurabh and I'm from India and joining this amazing meeting. I've been contributing to the other project of the CNCF, but starting with this Kubernetes doc. So hopefully get started with this in future.
Nice. Welcome. All right. Thank you very much. Anyone else would like to introduce themselves?
Um, Hello, my name is Wonyoung Hwang. I became a Kubernetes organization member last week, and I'm currently contributing to the Kubernetes SIG docs Korean localization team. Thank you.
Nice. And welcome. All right, and Cyan is introducing themselves over the chats. Cyan's also maintainer of the Flatcar container Linux and part of the 135 as a docs shadow. All right, welcome, Cyan. All right, welcome to all the new folks and returning folks as well. Let's move on to updates and reminders. First is your PR Wrangler. So our PR Wrangler is an approver who, and all the approvers take turns. We take a week to approve and review pull requests for the whole year. So this week's PR Wrangler is Kat Cosgrove. Next week's PR Wrangler is Natalie Blotko. And the following week's PR Wrangler is Tim Bannister. And if you're we also have slots for PR Wrangler shadows as well. So you would kind of learn how an approver reviews pull request. So please take a look. Please contact myself if you're interested in being a PR Wrangler shadow. Please take a look at the calendar for any openings as well. Next is our issue wrangler. Issue wrangler is someone who triages issues for the Kubernetes website repository. And this week's issue wrangler is Xander. Next week's issue wrangler is Kat. A few more things. If you want the calendar invites for this meeting, and if you want edit access to agenda, all you have to do is join the Google group, and the link is in the agenda. And all you have to do is join the group, then you'll get the invites automatically. And lastly, if you notice any code of conduct violations, like in GitHub comments and Slack messages and meetings, please reach out to the Kubernetes Code of Conduct Committee. You could do so via email at conduct@kubernetes.io. All right, moving on to the agenda. First topic is the release 135. There are several teams that work with SIG docs on the release team. So the first one is the docs team and the release team. Is anyone from the docs team that's able to give us an update?
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Right,
So
thank you.
for so Doc Shadows have created issue to be part of Kubernetes org, and most of them are approved, I guess so. And we have also created PR to update the Doc Shadows in the Google groups for 1.3 release. And we will be creating a branching PR, or actually the integration branch this week, maybe by Thursday or Friday. Earlier, I was actually creating, but there wasn't any commit, so maybe I will be creating it by Thursday or Friday. Yeah, that's day from our end.
Great, thank you. That was my request to put on the agenda before we started the meeting. Was that to create the integration branch early, because it's also a good signal in case there are any issues with when we will eventually merge the Dev 135 branch with the main branch. So it's good to have that up early on. And so thank you for that. Any questions for the docs team or Ubashi? Right. Is anyone from the comms team? I copy and pasted the comms section, the comms status from the release team agenda. So I don't know if anyone's from the comms team is available. I could read the status. Status is yellow from the release team agenda, and the it's onboarding going on right now. The shadow selection is done. Same with the doc team. They've joined, shadows have joined the required calendars and groups, org membership as well. On the onboarding call is yet to be scheduled, and there's a PR open as well to add the comp shadow to the release team as well. And there's an issue to track the progress of the comms team. So lots of onboarding going on for the release team. And any comments or questions from for the 135 release team? Let's move on to issues and PRs. There's no issues or PRs listed on the agenda, but if there's anyone that has an issue or PR that would like to bring up, please feel to do so. I think I see Lavish adding one in. So Lavish, if you want to introduce this pull request.
Yeah, basically, this pull request is removing, like, solving the issue of renaming the Kubernetes repo while cloning if someone is working on reference doc generation.
Yeah, so Lavish is working on the tooling for the reference doc generation as well. I think I put a comment on here as well, so please take a look at in the comment, and I believe it's the change is to like Lavish said, is to make sure there's the environment variable for kits for the path as well. So it looks like Lavish has responded to a comment and made that change. Thank you very much. And adds a check here for that environment variable.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I do agree that like it's it's okay to ask users to like request that users add an environment variable. I think that's the behavior that we want to push rather than making them search and find and add in a directory. I think that's
Yeah.
I think we want to do exactly the change that you like after the feedback. I think that's what that's likely the behavior that we want to push. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a conversation with Tang Kiming. He said that we don't need to like change the Travis file, which is already controllable, right? And I
Yeah.
do agree with that, but I've tried without reverting after reverting the changes in Travis file. It works fine. But last comment, can you go to the last comment? Right. Like what I understand from that comment is it will help user or contributor to get the error handling. It will improve the error handling, right? But it will not solve the problem of renaming the Kubernetes repo. That's the main problem we are solving, right?
Fair. However, I do think that could be a problem that we tackle later on if it continues to be a sore point. Like I don't think we need to solve that in this PR now as well. Like I think asking to set the environment variable can be the scope of this work right now.
Yeah, and the progress is iterative, so it could be
Exactly.
this PR
Yeah.
could just be changing or adding the environment variable. And like as Natalie said, if it continues to be a problem with renaming and rename paths, that could be a separate PR.
Yeah. And I think part of the reason that we probably want to go so small in these iterative changes is that right now we don't have a giant amount of users who are generating these docs, but they know how to do it because it's so bug ridden and they've got their workarounds that a giant amount of changes will actually be a bigger disruption. And so coaching them to make these smaller changes is probably the behavior that we also want to be coaxing out of them too. I know that makes that maybe a bit slow, unfortunately, but I think that that's going to be an easier way to train people of how to generate these docs better because we've made the generator better. But right now they're so trained on how bad our generator
Yeah.
is that they've got these horrible bad habits that they've learned that we need to slowly train them out of.
Yeah. Agreed.
Great work so far, though, Lavish. This is, again, I really appreciate that you're willing to take in feedback. I will say Chiming wrote, if not the whole generator, the majority of the refactor that you're dealing with now. And so likely lots of decisions went into how things were before and how they need to be in future. So very appreciative that you're taking his feedback on board too.
And just to add one more thing, currently working on configuration file, which is responsible for generating the config API and open API specs for the reference docs generator. And while digging into the code base, I found some of the functions which we are using in the code base are already deprecated. So
Great.
I already share with the Ray, and yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, getting rid of those deprecated functions. Perfect.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And that could be one PR, just remove deprecated functions and
Yeah, we'll raise the PR by end of this week.
Amazing, no
sounds good.
problem. That's awesome. And also thanks again for coming to these meetings to like update on progress too. I had mentioned because I know Xander and Kat both were unavailable to come to this call, but I let them know separately too that you three and Ray, the four of you, given that you're the ones who are like involved in this work, obviously come to us other leads and other approvers and reviewers for feedback, but ultimately the decisions are yours to get this generator in a state that is better than it is now. So yeah, so you feel yourself and Ray feel empowered to like make the decisions that you feel like need to be made.
Right. Any comments or questions? I think the next one and the next discussion topics are from Hiram. Is that I apologize if I say your name incorrectly,
Yes,
but
fine. Thank you.
okay. All right,
So,
I'll let you go ahead and introduce.
Yes, my name is Hyun Lee. I recently started contributing to the Korean localization team and joining during a mentorship program. And our team is drafting this document based on the reviews we received during the mentoring period. This document will provide some reviews with example-based guidelines for consistent translations, and for contributors, it will serve as a guidebook, especially helping new contributors produce higher quality translations from their very first PR, like us. For accessibility, our plan is to add this document as a separate file under KO. We would like to ask for SIGDocs team feedback or some approval for this idea. Thank you.
And this is for the I think I was on the wrong pull request. This Korean this 52594 and 52593.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will check the
Is that
link.
the right? Is that the right one? You're...
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm just in it. Yeah, I think the second PR on the issues.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
what. Okay. I misunderstood. I saw. I think I saw Hiram's link on that. Okay. We'll come back to that in a minute since Hiram introduced this one for the Kubernetes Korean localization best practices. And we could either. I remember before. I think this was edited a little bit. Oh, this is going to be a separate doc in under the Korean localization, but you also introduce also updating some of the localization best practices in the English docs as well, and putting the specific uh, 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 putting the specific best practices for the Korean localization in the Korean documentation. Is that correct?
Yes, right.
Okay. I do like the improving our localization best practices. So if you could make a pull request to the English side, if there's any updates to the localization best practice on the English side, that would be great. I know the Korean localization team is very wonderful and they're great. So a lot of other localization teams and newer localization teams could definitely learn from others, and everyone can learn from each other. So please, I do invite you to open up a pull request to the English site as well, with some of the more generic best practices for localization.
Okay, thank you. I will make some other PR for common to general theme. Thank you.
Yes, please. And I open for any other comments or feedback as well. All right. So move back to Destiny's pull request here. Destiny, do you want to introduce this pull request?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So basically the pull request is following the issue. So follow the issue to have the reference docs linked to the latest, so you can just bookmark by going to the reference docs URL. You can have it at /latest, and it takes you to the latest version of the reference docs. Currently, that does not exist, right? And the suggestion was to use Google templating. But the way it was handled before was statically. So there's a static redirect file where these things have to be added manually. So, and in the effort of trying to automate things, I think there's an umbrella task to automate most of this stuff. So this is one of the tasks. So what I did was basically do like a combined templating. So on the if you open the file change, so there is the template, the Google template with a red setup. So and it just gets the latest variable from the configuration, which is creating it from this index.redirect. So this basically get the dynamic version from the term file and redirect it. So create the redirect to any of the version that is updated there. So while also maintaining the static redirect that exists before, so it doesn't break anything from there. So this generates, so Netlify generates the redirect script now instead of the manual one that was done. So it generates it with this automated one and also the static one that exists before, which I had to rename it to avoid because now Netlify is doing the generation and taking the static one that we already defined on the redirect file. So having to avoid the conflict. So I just rename it to base that has the static files, static redirect set up there. And each time the build occurs now, it adds this to dynamic API redirect and also fetch the static content that was already in the redirect database.
Okay. I'm going to test it out. I'll take a look at it, test it out. Any comments or questions first for Destiny in this pull request?
Just that this is cool. This is part of the larger automation initiative. So yeah, good on you for picking up one of the things there. Awesome.
And very cool. And yeah, I'll also, my only thought is testing it out and also testing it out a few times. And let's say one of the old, actually it won't change in the old docs, but yeah, I think it will be a good change. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Any other comments or questions, or anyone else with any issues or pull requests to bring up? The patch put in the chat, redirects looks to be working. We'll need more testing. And Destiny Depeche also put in the chat, could you add in the description for reviewers? I'll put it in.
I have one issue. I would like to paste in the chat.
All right.
Can you open it?
You want to introduce the issue? So it's a feature request. So it's for adding a mechanism to validate with K website to the actual code base for each release.
Yes. So I just have a question that since the Dipesh has already commented at the down of the issue that we have duplicate issue based on this. So should I close this issue or what should be done? Means what should be the step?
Just link to the duplicate issue and just say duplicate issue and you could close it. So it's referenced as Dipesh has said here. So you can close this one and say duplicate of 50992 and that will link it to 50992.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a cool feature request as well, just to make sure that the feature gates on our website is always updated to match the to match the actual code base.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
That was the right one. All right. Any other comments or questions or discussion topics?
I have kind of a general question, coming from me and a couple of the folks in the Contribex comms group were interested too. I'm still really new and wanting to know if there's kind of a more, okay, back up. I can review from a non-technical, like proofreading perspective, so mostly on the blog side. Is there anything that I should look out for in terms of, like, is there a best time to review? Does it make sense to do it right away? Does it make more sense to wait for some technical feedback multiple times? Or is it just kind of see what's out there and keep trying and learning and getting a feel for it?
I always think any time is a good time to review once the pull
Okay.
request is not in draft mode or not in a work in progress. There might some people might put a prefix of work in WIP, and also make sure that the CLA is signed, the contributor license agreement, as well. And it'll give you an error. The Prowl added a label says if it's not signed or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's personally, I think you could review anytime.
Fabulous. Thank you.
I think also you definitely don't for specific parts of the docs that you believe do need a technical check, you can always in your review also ask for one as a reviewer of let's say of doc guidelines and how it how the change matches our guidelines. You can then always ask for a technical review. The majority of PRs should have the SIG that the PR kind of belongs to in that world attached as a label. And so usually most SIGs have an alias at SIG nodes -PR reviews or something like this, for example. So you can kind of search in GitHub to try and find the relevant alias to ping a few possible PR reviewers from that specific SIG to get a technical LGTM. They are used to getting this ask from docs reviewers. They will not ask you why you've tagged them. They are absolutely used to it.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem at all.
All right. And there's also a question on the chat as well from Won Young about the Korean best practices document. Just to clarify, yes, I do invite folks to open up a PR to update or to for the best practices localization best practices guide or page with any shareable best practices from the Korean team as well. Then also create a one to the KO sites as well. Yes. And
Yeah,
then
Ray, I just
now we
linked
put the
to it.
link. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So please feel free to add some best practices from what you learned on this page. All right. Any last discussion topics, questions, issues, or PRs?
I just want to clarify. I just realized my text might not have been clear for Wonyoung and the Korean folks. You don't have to create a separate document. It's that page that I linked to for updating on English. You don't have to create a totally separate one. So of course, create the Korean one that you wish, but then any of the generic best practices from the Korean document that you have that you think should come into this page that aren't there, please feel free to add them. That would be great.
Thank you for your comments.
All right, last call for any comments, questions. Okay, all right, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you very much for if you're watching the recording.